Very recently, EA has taken notice of the extremely high player count for Garden Warfare 2 on Steam, and the idea of continued support for the game has been brought up. Obviously, this was very exciting news for the community, as we have been starved of content for half a decade. So, I thought that it'd be fun to rank all of the potential changes in a tier list, so I hope you enjoy this video. Starting off, we have community involvement. What this means is that during any form of development, people on the team will be transparent with us and generally keep us updated. This I put into the unlikely tier because considering popcap's track record with PvZ 3's development and complete radio silence in between, I doubt that we'll hear too much from them. With that being said, they would probably hire a new team which could potentially have better communication skills. Next, we have a potential BFN 2. This is mostly a joke, but the possibility is still there. Very unlikely. Server updates. This one is also pretty self-explanatory. I'll be putting it into likely because it is a relatively simple change that can do a lot of good for the game. Since this is EA we're talking about, the prospect of there being more added microtransactions has to be a possibility. And because this is EA we're talking about, I'll be putting it in likely, especially since they haven't made legendary characters like Computer Scientist and Disco Chomper purchasable yet. Please don't do that. There needs to be some specialness to legendary characters. And now we have community challenges. This one I'll be putting in neutral because I can't realistically see them putting it back, but it would be nice even if they recycled the old ones and put them on a rotation like the Town Hall. This is because console players need these to 100% complete their save files. The same can be said about the Mystery Portal update. This one I feel is marginally more likely to happen over community challenges, as the Left Behind game modes and boss hunts are also required for console players. This next one is pretty funny, but I'm thinking of the possibility of a new Unicorn or Twilight adjacent Chomper as a joke. As jokey as it feels though, something inside me says that it's not deserving of the bottom tier. So unlikely it is. On a similar note, we have the Unicorn Chomper. This one is about making him accessible for all players in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's to renew the old event in Garden Warfare 1, a reward for getting to rank 5455 in Garden Warfare 2, or straight up making him a pay-only character. I do think that there is a non-0% chance that they bring this guy back, even if it undermines what made him special in the first place. If it were up to me though, I'd make him permanently unlockable for when you reach rank 313 in Garden Warfare 1. Neutral tier. Next is another pretty simple one. An in-game notice for the update to hype up the community about the revival. This one will go in neutral because I don't foresee them going the extra mile by doing this, but it wouldn't be too hard and would add a lot more character to the update. I have to say this one, but of course there's a potential Garden Warfare 3. This one is unlikely, but far more likely than a Battle for Neighborville 2 given the Steam stats, which is what interested them in the first place. And if the continued support is successful, this could be the ultimate long-term goal. Still probably not going to happen, and if it does, I guess I'll have to rebrand my series. Check it out, by the way. For our first very likely entry, we have balance changes. This one I feel is one of the most inevitable changes, as it's not content which would be harder to do, and the community has been complaining about how unbalanced the game is for years now. I just hope that popcap doesn't decide to be popcap and ruin things even more with their amazing game design. Another outlandish one, but there's the possibility of a completely new shooter game removed from both Garden Warfare and Battle for Neighborville. While very unlikely, I'd sooner expect that than a sequel to Battle for Neighborville, as then they can do whatever they want without needing to carry the weight of Garden Warfare 2's excellence on their back. Of course, when they did that with Battle for Neighborville, everyone compared the two anyways, but I digress. Bug fixes are very likely, as the game has been riddled with various bugs that have been posted all over the internet for ages, and they're probably easy enough to fix. If this does happen though, You all better stock up on as many XP glitches as you can before they all get patched. This one is a Battle for Neighborville change, with it being the inclusion of the iceberg lettuce. She is practically complete, only missing sound and a few animations, so it would take no time at all to put her in and correct the lopsided character counts in the game. However, since the attention is mainly on Garden Warfare 2 right now, any Battle for Neighborville stealth probably won't be a priority. New variants are something almost everyone would like, and they're the main selling point to the Garden Warfare games, so return content support definitely wouldn't forget about these. They will require substantially more work to implement though, so they're not quite as likely as changes like balance or bug fixes. The only thing that could really have a case be made for are the Hovergoat and Torchwood variants since they have the costumes, but I don't think so. And finally, we have new classes. This one is going to be very unlikely, because I don't believe that they'll do something as big as this, at least not right away. If anything, they would add some of the Battle for Neighborville classes, but in order to translate them into Garden Warfare 2's style, physics, and pace would be a nightmare. And that wraps everything up. 16 potential new things to come from EA's return support, which again, is assuming that we're getting it in the first place. I think I said likely or the like so many times that like doesn't even sound like a word anymore. And because of that, you should like the video. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later!